Hello everyone, welcome back to another Transformers review. Now in this review I will be doing a figure that is part of the Human Alliance line of Transformers, and it's Autobot Whirl. Now you're thinking, well then why am I looking at Ratchet? Well, Ratchet's holding Whirl because of, in the Human Alliance sort of, I don't know if you quite class them, they're not quite deluxe figures, so they're more scout size figures. They have an alt mode which is a weapon, and I thought I'd give Ratchet the weapon to show you, as he's not exactly always the most well armed individual, and he can just about hold it because it is one hell of a large weapon. It is based, I suppose, on a minigun, and of course he's got a couple of rocket launchers, and the whole idea, of course, being Human Alliance is that it's helped to be aimed by the human pilot. In this case, that is Major Spark Plug, which I suppose the name harkens back to the G1 spark plug, which was of course Spike Witwicky's dad's nickname. In this sense, it's a, I don't know, American military soldier in this case, but yeah, Ratchet can just about hold the weapon up. Pretty good weapon mode. It's a little bit shame sort of like it wasn't designed to fit either onto another figure, say in a vehicle sort of sense, so it became like a gun turret, or even sort of like that they could all combine into some kind of base. So it's a little bit of a shame in that way, because as you can see they're pretty large for the deluxes to sort of hold them. And going by the sort of peg, which does fit in Ratchet's hand, so it's designed around the size of the Mech-Tech pegs for the weapons. Don't think that would actually sort of grip that well on a larger figure like a leader class, but then of course the scale would be a bit out as well. So yeah, pretty big weapons for deluxes to hold, but it does sort of work. It took a little bit of trial and error to actually get Ratchet in a position where he could actually, his arms would support it, but yeah, not too bad. And as just a little bit of fun, another little mode anyway. Right, getting to the actual figure of Whirl, I'll pop him out of Ratchet's hands and stick Ratchet out of the way. Now, as I said, you get a Human Alliance character, which I'll just give you a quick look at. Now this is, as I say, Major Spark Plug. Now, it's not a bad little figure. It's pretty good. Sort of military pilot type, well, crossed with an army sort of outfit. Pretty good posability on these little figures for the size they are. They are pretty well done. You've even got wrist articulation in these guys. No elbow articulation in the arms, but he does have a pretty good range of movement in the shoulder. Does have knee and hip articulation, and even articulation to the side, and even knee articulation, which will allow a little bit of movement sort of like in the swivel of the lower leg as well, so that can turn. And of course head articulation, he can move his head side to side as well. So considering the size of this guy, pretty good. Certainly got more articulation than a G1, let's put it that way, and when you consider how small this guy is, that's quite something really. And actually the sort of paint details, although they don't show up that great on camera, you can see he's got brown and these sort of magazine pouches for his, what would be an assault rifle, something like that. He does come with quite a good bit of detail, even down to the face, if I can get that in tight enough. Even got eyebrows and eyes painted in, so like I say, really good for what size they are, and actually they do fit in quite well scale wise with the deluxes, so even as just figures for display they work quite well. Now getting to Whirl, at this point he's a bit of a mishmash because of course he's been in the weapon mode. So we're getting to his vehicle mode, which is the nearest to this mode. Now first of all, we've got to sort of tidy up all of what's been going on and stick all these bits back. You fold the what are obviously helicopter landing skids back down, fold the front back out, and of course you get then a little tidy helicopter mode, little gunship mode. I won't sit spark plug, made spark plug into it, because I'm sure you know what a figure sitting in a helicopter will look like. Now of course you open up this part to become the rotors, and of course you get some spinning rotors then, which is really nice. Now let's bring the camera down so you can see it a little bit better. It's got a couple of clip-on weapons, which I will pop off now because they're not needed in that position for later on, and they're done along the lines of a cross between Gatling guns or unguided rocket pods, whichever you want to choose them to be. Probably better off as rocket pods, but yeah, not bad little guns, and with the standard clip fitment, a little bit like the hand of a Lego figure, or a Creo figure I suppose, referring more to Transformers. Those are the only accessories, but it is quite a neat little figure. As I say, the Human Alliance figures can sit inside these type of bots, and obviously then of course they are literally flying the vehicle or driving the vehicle, according to which type they are. To transform him to robot mode is quite an ingenious little transformation. Starting off with possibly the easiest part is the legs. All you need to do is fold out and straighten up, and the skids pop off. They easily pop back on, and you just need to sort of straighten that whole side pod of the helicopter out like so, and then just fold round the missiles to the back. Do the same on this side. Oh, and again, as I say, they do have a little habit of popping off on the skids, and that basically of course makes a Gerwalk sort of mode, which I suppose you could use if you really wanted to. To then form the chest of the robot, you just need to concertina all of the front section of the nose of the helicopter in, and then fold down and round, and there's a tiny peg on the front there and a small corresponding hole which goes right through there on the front piece, and you just need to bring that down and poke that through, and that forms his chest. And then quite simply, for the rest of the transformation, you just split the tail, which is just pegged together at the back, swing it out to the sides on each section, and then just bring those sections down and round to form his arms, which quite nicely little jointed arms, a little bit of hand sort of like moulding in on the sides, not an actual gripping hand, but still not bad. It doesn't actually need to grip the weapon. Now to finish off the transformation, all you need to do is take the rotor assembly, which is on a sliding sort of pivoting joint, swing that back and down, and then you're left with what looks like a searchlight on top, or the front grille of a motor engine of the helicopter. I think it looks probably more along the lines of a searchlight though, because it's like a clear blue colour, but there is a reason it's clear blue of course, which is light piping, as this is Whirl's head, and you just spin it round and then you get his face. Now if I bring him in a little bit tighter, I have to move the camera slightly. Not a bad little head sculpt, a little bit of paint apps, but yeah, not bad. I mean, it's like I say, it's smaller than the standard deluxe figure. If I bring Ratchet back in actually, you'll see what I mean. He's a bit taller, so this guy's kind of like a scout class figure, a large one at least anyway. And that's pretty much well done. As I say, he's got clip-on weapons which have got several positions that you can fix them onto. You can put them on these pins at the side of his arms, so you can have arm weapons like so. And he can, I believe, just about clip them on these shoulder parts as well. So down to choice how you want to display it and how you want to do it. Does have some nice bits of paint apps here and there, but of course being a military vehicle it's not going to have a huge great amount of colour on him, but they have picked out some nice little orange bits here and there. Nice bit of red around the rocket launchers, always adds a little bit of sort of detail to them rather than just being plain colour. And of course you do get an Autobot logo there on his chest. But all in all, a really good figure. Now of course all of what you've seen I have to attribute to a great guy called Matt who sent me these figures, and of course he goes by the name of Trans7272. Please feel free to check him out. He's been really kind in sending this and several other figures to me. Please feel free to check out the unboxing vid as well. It is a figure I can recommend. I wasn't sure about the Human Alliance figures to start with when I got my first one, which I'm trying to think now. It was the Decepticon, renamed from the Stunticons. I'm thinking I've got all the others in my mind. I've got Wild Rider, Breakdown, it's none of those. I'm sure it'll come to me and I'll add it as a comment on this vid, but for the life of me I can't think what his name is offhand. But yeah, when I first got that one I did think they were a little bit pants, but whirl is definitely worth picking up. Just a great little sort of side shoot really of the sort of Dark of the Moon line, and quite nice with the human figures as well, because of course that gives you a sense of scale as they would be in the movie. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little review and a look at a quite different figure. Please feel free to sub and to comment, and I shall see you again for another review. Thanks for watching.